The man willingly handed the leash to the girl. He leaned into her arms and begged her not to leave him again. She rewarded him with a kiss, but he still wasn't satisfied and asked for another. The girl slapped him hard across the face. To her surprise, the man felt overwhelmed with excitement. Not long before, he had hated this arrogant elder sister. She had been divorced by the general on her wedding day and forced to return home. Worse still, a scheming woman claimed to be the Marquis's real daughter and took over her original quarters. The girl was left to live in a messy courtyard. Hearing about this, the man went to mock her for falling to his level. He resented how she had once called him a lowly adopted son. What he didn't know was that the girl was no longer the same person. As he prepared to leave, she stopped him, claiming she knew where his birth mother was. She then invited him to her room late that night. The man was sure she was lying. However, when night came, he still pushed open her door. The girl lifted her foot and ordered him to dry it off. The man reached for a towel but was stopped sharply. After a moment's hesitation, he used his own clothes to wipe the water away. Yet the girl was still not pleased. She ordered him to remove his outer robe and warm her quilt with his body. The man couldn't help calling her shameless. He lay down as she commanded. Soon, the quilt grew warm, and he was driven off at once. The girl told him to turn off the light before leaving, with no intention of telling him about his mother. The man swore to himself he would never fall for her tricks again. Just then, the girl gasped in pain, and her stomachache flared up. The man noticed the food on her table hadn't been touched, yet she insisted it was food for servants and she would never eat it. Hearing this, he said she deserved it and walked out. A while later, he returned and offered her a piece of pastry. As an overlooked adopted son, he often went hungry and would sneak into the kitchen for food. The girl opened her mouth and he fed her the pastry instinctively. When she choked, he quickly passed her a cup of water. This made the girl quite surprised, but the man denied it, claiming he only did so to find his mother. The next day, the girl still refused to eat any food brought to her. The man entered, swapped his own breakfast with hers, and left without a word. Only then did she start eating. Meanwhile, the general was in low spirits. He asked his guard what his ex-wife was doing now, only to learn that she had gone to a tavern. It turned out a prince was hiding there as a musician. According to the novel's plot, the girl finally found his room. She was instantly stunned by his extraordinary handsomeness.